So welcome back. We are back in Hunza Valley, beautiful Hunza Valley. I am having beautiful walnut cake and the best Hunza Valley tea. It's quite nice, and there is a cafe called Cafe di Hunza. If you come down to Hunza, make sure you come down here and try the walnut cake, which I've pretty much eaten and finished. And we got to meet the cafe owner, Mr. Javed, which is in the background. Make sure you come down here and check it out. It's a very nice place. They have pancakes, they have muesli. So yeah, if you come down here, make sure you give it a go. So now we are in Hunza in a Salajid shop, which is like a bagua shop. And this is what Salajid looks like in the raw form. And it's quite interesting how you extract it from the mountains, and the people bring it down from the top of the mountains, and you need the rock climbing gear, and they go all the way up there, bring it all the way down, processes it, and that's how it looks like in the packets later on. People use it for aches, pains. They use it as a sexual enhancer, Viagra. Old people use it for joints and all of that. So yeah, and if you, I highly recommend you, if you come down to Hunza, make sure you try a thing called Salaji, which is an amazing herbal supplement. And this shop has been here since. आपकी शॉप यहाँ पे कितने अरसे से है?
ये हमारी तो 1965 से है, लेकिन 1970 से ये सलाजी
बनते हैं. अच्छा. So, and this shop has been here since 1965, and this guy's dad used to and process it, and now he's the one who's doing it. You can see the black and white photos in the background. I'll show you. And yeah, it's quite old school photos in black and white, grey, after the division of Pakistan in 1947. And seems like he was in the army as well, apparently. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And yeah, if you come down to Hunza, make sure you get your enhancer. Ali K. Hello and welcome back. I especially came down to this shop to show you there is a tree poking out off the shop, going into the shop, and I don't know, going away. So yeah, it's one of the uniquest shops that you can ever find in Hunza Valley. I would like to show you, I would like to share this beautiful valley with you. Get ready. Here we go. So this is the point where you can see the sunrise of 9 valleys. Here we are at Atabat Lake, which is a brand new lake actually. There was a massive earthquake in Gilgit-Baltistan in 2010, and that lake was formed because most of the mountains were crumbled, and there used to be a valley right there where this blue water is right now, and the valley is actually under this water. And yeah, you can see the crumbled mountain in the background. And this blue water is coming from all the way from glaciers. And before this tunnel was made, people actually used to come down here by road to this point, and then go all the way to that end, jump onto a car, and then go all the way to China border. but now I think in the last couple of years they've made a lot of development in this area. But yeah, it's quite sad. It has a very mixed emotion history. Sad because of the earthquake, but the lake that's been formed in the last few years is just magnificent. It's just amazing. The color of it, the breeze, and just the there is something about this place that you can only feel once you get here. Sayonara. Which used to be a valley just a few years ago, and now it's a lake, and there are boats and ships cruising in the water. Beautiful stuff. Blue water, beautiful breeze, happy times. And we are cruising nicely on Atabat Lake. It's very nice and calm with old school boats. I don't know if you can see some other boats returning home from their trip. There's another one somewhere. You just can't get over the mightiness. Look at this little tiny ship. And look at the size of this gigantic mountain. It's amazing. Beautiful. This guy, man, I wish you could record while you drive, because he drives like a maniac. I don't know if you can understand. Anyone who can understand my English would tell him that I'm not talking good about him. And yeah, he's a bit of a loony. But if you do talk to him, please translate and try make it sound like I said good things. But he's a loony. He's a loony driver. But he's a good driver. He's a good guy. But he's a, yeah, you know what I mean. My name. Suicide tendencies. See? That's what I said. Suicide tendencies. And this guy has suicide tendencies, bro. Okay, enough now. Hello everyone. We are in Switzerland at the moment. And this is the Switzerland of Pakistan. If you can see the glacier in the background. Push. Yes. Okay. Okay. So we are heading towards Soest at the moment, and we just stopped at a selfie point, and we are just leaving Pasu now. And this amazing amount of mountains. Who says this ain't Switzerland of Pakistan? Look at that. It says welcome in the background too. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I'm going to show you. This is the first glacier that we're going to see now. That whitish bit in the middle, that's the glacier. That's the first glacier, and we're going to see more towards our trip to the China border. So yeah, man, it's just amazing. Look at the size of the cars near Welcome, moving very slowly, and look at the size of the mountains. Good stuff. This video won't do justice. You actually have to come down and actually experience it for yourself. But beautiful stuff. Makes you feel really happy just to be here. And a little bit more about Pasu Glacier. Pasu Glacier is 20.5 kilometer long, 20 and a half, and it's spread over 115 square kilometer. The visible peak at the far end is Pasu Peak, which is 7,478 meters, which is about 24,000 feet. That's quite high, isn't it? I can get that high generally with a bit of other stuff. But anyways, it was first climbed by Captain Sher Khan, and he was a Khan just like myself. Yes. Race to China from Pakistan. Beautiful area. It's a bit hard to breathe around this area because it's about 26,000 or 27,000 feet, I think. Running is not a good idea because you will grasp for oxygen. You'll find it really hard to breathe. And even walking on a fast pace, if you're not used to it, and if you don't live in hilly areas, or if you live in normal downtown cities, well, you'll find it hard. But it's absolutely magnificent. The mightiness of the mountains, the snow. It really astonishes me how man has divided the land and put borders on it. And you know, it's the same mountainous ranges, and the only thing differentiating and putting a barrier between humans going from one end to the other is those borders. Yeah, I wonder how things were 200 years ago. I highly doubt there was any borders. There were no borders around Russia and China 200, 300 years ago. There were no wars back then. I don't think there was as much hunger and corruption. So yeah, we live in a very hostile world that we should take responsibility and the ownership of our actions that we take. And we have the responsibility to take care of every human being that come in contact with us, and try not to harm them, because you carry your responsibility on your shoulders, no matter if you're Pakistani or Chinese or Iranian or Lebanese or Australian or American. You're a human first. So do your best and take your responsibility seriously. There is too much war and corruption going on in the world right now. So my message to all of you guys out there watching me is do something different. Do something for the people who are not as fortunate as you. With that little message, goodbye, Allah Hafiz, take care.